Hello YouTube, I am Snuffanybody McFecal, and I'm here with a little treat for both you and myself. We'll be doing, of course, a snuff review, and what I will be reviewing is Swisher Squared. This being a present from my good friend Uncle Squinty, Paul Shalvetter. And as you may be able to see, there is still the braille on this tin. Oh, this is going to be good. But as I always do, let's have a look at the snuff. Okay, this is what the snuff looks like. So, the colour is, of course, it's brown. It's light brown, light reddish brown, I would maybe say, yeah. And the grind is, as most American snuffs, this is a fine snuff. As you can see, if I can, the grains are almost invisible by itself. The moisture level is, it's a dry snuff, but there is something to it that does make it want to stick together. So a dry snuff with some of the qualities of having medium moisture. Sounds odd, but that's the reality. This kind of looks like it's going to be a challenging sniff. But let's see how it works in the nose. And we're back. So that was the snuff. Let's find out what it smells like. The tin note is smokiness. And if I'm not much mistaken, this is cured with oak smoke. There's also reminiscence of fresh wood here, like timber yard. There is dark tarmac. There's a wee bit of the scent of the tobacco flower here, but not much. It is predominantly smoke, tarmac, and like sawdust, wood chips. And a wee bit of sweetness in the scent. Oh, this smells so good. But let's see how it works in the nose. This being an American Scorched. First of all, I am cutting down my usual pumpkin size pinch down to something more reminiscent of nice, decent, big apple seed. And I will be priming my nose first. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a hard sniff. Okay. So, a good, nice burn, just immediately kapow, just hits you right there, and it's a burn that's it's quite big but not unpleasant. It's there, it kind of goes all the way just beyond your nose, a wee bit onto the sides here. It's smoky, it's tarmacy, it's an instant nicotine kick. It's already throbbing in the side of my nose, and that's a good thing for me because I do like my nicotine. The scent of fresh or cured wood, like in a timber yard, the sawdust, it's there. And it has the smokiness, it's like a bonfire smell where you poured on good oak logs onto your bonfire. It's really good. The sweetness I found in the tin notes are not there. But I do get some acidity in the nose. Just a tiny bit. It's not fruity in any way. It's just slightly acidic. There's no leather on this. There is a wee bit of tarmac. The tobacco flower completely disappears in the overwhelming smokiness, the scent of wood. But boy does it deliver on nicotine, and it does it in heaps and heaps and heaps, and it's good. In my opinion, this is as strong as an Indian White, and just a tiny bit easier to sniff. Not much, but a tiny little bit, and it has more scent to it. So for nicotine, where 1 is nothing and 10 is a call the nurse, this rates 8, 9, right about there. Where I'm guessing Rustica in its purest form is 9.5, almost a 10. I haven't found the 10er snuff yet, but it's out there and I'm still looking. In my opinion, this snuff do lack some finesse. I love tobacco, and I love tobacco in my snuff, and I don't get a lot of tobacco scent in this snuff. But I'll have just a tiny little pinch more. See if... just a bit too hot. If I can't get any of it, nope. Nope, still no tobacco coming through here. It's a very good snuff. And when you do insufflate it just a wee bit too hard, as I did, you do get a slight acidic burn in the back of your throat. This is not a drippy snuff. I am still getting over my head cold, and this is why it sounds like it's producing forward drip, and it's not. Not on a normal day. This is also a very good mixing snuff if you do have a snuff that you want to boost up in smoke and tarmaciness. This is a good mixer. Rehydrate it so it will mix up with another snuff instead of just fall into the bottom in your snuff tin. So my overall rating of this snuff, where 1 is an awful, disgusting snuff, and 5 is delicious. I am rating this 3.5. I do like it. It will never ever be my everyday all day snuff. Just too bad as a snuff. It's a very bold snuff. And it has a lot of good qualities. It's just too rough for me using all day, every day. And it does lack just a wee bit of finesse. Nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly enjoyable. If you have problems using very dry, very finely milled snuffs, I can only suggest that you have a pinch of something else first to moisten up your nose, so you do have a base coat, and that will make the sniff much easier. So, Swisher Square, lovely snuff. Try it out if you can get it. That's all for me. Goodbye.